Well, hello everybody, and welcome back. My name is Paul Ross, and let's just get started. So, feel free to follow along if you'd like. If you don't want to, that's okay. I cordially invite you to pull up a chair, and let's just zoom on in. So, like always, I'm going to have my producer run those colors for you along the bottom of the screen. So there they are. We're going to have a wide variety of colors today. So, I got my canvas right here, wet, prepped, and ready to go. Okay? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our very first color, some of our clockwork orange. We're going to get a nice little dip of that right on our, whatever this thing is called. Okay? So there it is, right there. Nice little bit of that clockwork orange. I'm going to get my 1-inch brush right here. And we're just going to get some of that right there, dipped in there, in that lovely clockwork orange. And we're just going to start painting and let that dance on little happy sunrises right here. You gotta remember, this is your world, and you do whatever you want to do with it, you know? You can make it however you want to make it. You can do whatever you want to do and live in however you want to live, okay? So I'm just going to keep on getting some of that clockwork orange right all over that canvas right there. Just smearing all over there. And look at that. Alright, so as you can see right there, we got a nice little layer of our lovely clockwork orange. So what we're going to do is we're going to then move on to our next color, which is our Save the Bumblebee's Yellow. We're going to get some of that right there. And we're not going to wipe off our brush or anything. We're going to put that actually right on top of that clockwork orange. It's what I like to call a wet on wet technique. We're going to get some of that, mix it in with our clockwork orange. We're just going to let that dance in there too. We're going to do what I like to call a circle technique, you know. This is just going to add depth and variety to our lovely painting, you know. Just get that painting all nice and coated in that Save the Bees Yellow. Look at that. Nice and pretty. Get some up there. It's all nice and over everywhere. Alright. Alright now everybody. Now that we got ourselves a nice little sunrise with our orange and our yellow, we're now going to move on to the more cooler colors of the painting. But before we're going to do that, I'm going to whack my brush off right there. Just get that nice and all cleaned off right there. Alright. Just smack that right up. And we're going to put that, actually going to hold on to it real quick. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our BLUEAWAY blue right here. We're just going to get a nice little coat of it. Just coat that whole thing in blue, you know. Just kind of like the world today, you know. Just coat it all in blue. We're just going to get a lot of that. Mix it in with our orange and our yellow, another wet on wet technique, you know. And we're just going to let that orange and blue just dance along the canvas right on the bottom right here. Look at that. Orange, blue, yellow. So pretty. What a wonderful combination, you know, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Oh, yeah. You might be sitting there wondering, Paul Ross, what you painting? But you stick around to the end and I can guarantee that I can reveal to you the mysteries of what it is I am painting. But again, we're going to do what I like to call a overcrossed zigzag technique like this. Nice and pretty. Just mix that in with that blue. Just kind of give a nice little fine line of where the sunrise starts and the other stuff starts, okay? So again, we're going to get our next color, which is our stub toe purple. And we're going to mix that in with our BLUEAWAY blue. Another wet on wet technique, if you know what I mean. Just mix it all in with that stub toe purple. We're going to create a nice little color combination right here. And same thing, we're just going to mix that all nice and pretty. Nice little circle technique right here. Just creating a nice little depth of field. Just makes it all nice and in there. Just makes it look real nice and pretty. Again, just coat this whole canvas in blue because the blues are all over, you know? Alright. So now what we're going to do is, now that we got our lovely orange sky and our lovely blue sea, we're going to whack off our brush again, just like that. Nice and cleaned off, just like that. We're just going to leave it there because I'm too lazy. Alright, so next thing we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to our next color, which is our Gunpowder White. Alright, so Gunpowder White all over the place, you know. Oh no, that's not very good. It's all fun powdery. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our fan brush, 1-inch or half-inch fan brush. We're just going to get some of that right there, and we're going to just paint some lovely little happy little strokes right there. Again, ladies and gentlemen, there's no such thing as a mistake, just happy little accidents. Okay? Just Just remember that in life. You ever wondering? There's no such thing as mistakes. Just have little accidents. Again, we get some of that blue. We're gonna mix that in with our white fun powder white. We'll mix that in with our blue right here. Just nice and coat that whole thing in nice blue and white, and, you know. So look at that. You can just see the amazingness that is starting to come together, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So now, for the main event of the evening and the final thing of tonight, we're going to move on to our almost last color, and we're just going to get our... Let's do our... Not that one. Let's do this brush right here. This is our 1/4" brush. And we're going to mix some of that in with brown. So, right over the palette, we're going to mix it in right there. Just this is a nice little coat of brown right there. Just beautiful, lovely brown. Mixed in with our lovely painting and our fun powder white. Oh yes. And we're just going to paint right here. Right here in our blue. You might be sitting there, you might be wondering, Paul Ross, what you painting? I can tell you, this right here is what I like to call a sailboat. Because you know I'm just going to switch over to our 1" brush right here real fast so we can paint this boat real nice and quick. You don't want to take too much time out of your day, you know? Nice and perfect. Look at that. Alright. I'm going to paint a nice little sailboat right here. You might be wondering, Paul Ross, why are you painting a sailboat? I can tell you, because you know how the world is nowadays. It's nice and crazy. Tip for life is, if stuff just gets difficult, you know, just gotta get in a boat and sail away. You know, it's just a life lesson, you know, for everybody out there. Just get in a boat and sail away from your problems. Nice. Perfect. Alright. Look at all that lovely brown. Just mixing on in. Alrighty. So now that we got our lovely little boat and on our sea, we're now going to move on to the final color of the evening, and that is our charcoal black. And so if you're following along so far, we got our clockwork orange, our Save the Bees yellow, our charcoal black, our brown, stub toe purple, and all that lovely blue. Alright, we're going to get our stubby brush. In this boat, we're going to paint a little tiny dude. See, this dude right here is having some problems of his own, and he just wants to sail away from them. So, just like that. Nice little person right there. Sailing away from all of life's problems, you know. Look at that. Add some details to the boat here. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a finished painting. So if you were following along, there you go. Thank you guys so much again for watching this episode of Paul Ross. Again, I am Paul Ross. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Get that little ring-a-ding so that way you know next time I upload a video. Also, don't forget to like and leave a comment on what I should paint next. Don't forget to share with your grandma. And remember, kids, keep your mind open, creativity flowing, and hugs not drugs. We'll see you in the next